All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me to tap into some world peace, cultivating peace from the inside out. Hey, everybody. Oops. Thank you so much for joining me to tap into some world peace, creating. Even though I'm so excited about being with you all that I forgot how to do the technical stuff. All right, just looking at folks from the US, folks from Europe. Thank you all so much for joining me. You know, it's you may have heard of the Maharishi effect, where a small group of people praying for peace helps create peace in certain places, and so that's what we're up to. We are up to cultivating peace from the inside out. I love the quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only the light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." And so that's what we're here to do, is use tapping to clear what doesn't feel like love in us, to clear what doesn't feel like peace in us, to clear the internal darkness, so that we reveal the light. You probably heard me talk about the Michelangelo principle. It's the masterpiece is already there inside. Peace, love, that light is there inside, and so we just want to clear away what covers that up. So, no politics here. This is not an anti thing. We're not here to be against anything. We're here to be for peace in the world, whether that's in certain parts of the world that are experiencing troubles, to say the least, but also in our own neighborhoods, in our own houses, in our own bodies. Because if we don't feel peace inside, how are we supposed to create peace out there? So I'm so excited that all you folks are joining me. It's, I do my own tapping, of course, on to clear my own stuff that doesn't feel like peace. When I feel that stuff that doesn't feel like peace, and even after 20 years of tapping, I still sometimes feel things that don't feel like peace. But it's just so much more powerful to do this in a group, and having that group energy, and as we collectively heal the planet and create more hope. So what I would invite you all to do at the moment is close your eyes, take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. And just following your breath through your body, just allowing yourself to be aware of what doesn't feel like peace. So maybe rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 in terms of what doesn't feel like peace. So 0, if you were at 0, in this instance, I'll say, okay, 0 is bliss, just pure peace, nothing, no discomfort whatsoever. 10 being, I'm so upset, I can barely contain myself. And don't judge yourself harshly if the number is higher than you wish it were. Just allow yourself to acknowledge that it's there. Following your breath through your body, just notice where you feel this discomfort. Notice what thoughts, beliefs, or memories might come up as to why you need to feel this discomfort. And I understand that you may say, well, because of this thing that's happening, whether it's what's happening in Ukraine or what's happening with people wearing masks or not wearing masks at the grocery store, or whatever it is, whatever's upsetting you, whatever is robbing you of peace, notice how high that is, and asking yourself, why do I feel like I can't feel peace? Why do I feel threatened? Because pretty much anytime we're not feeling peace, because we feel threatened. And in some cases, the threat might be more obvious. And for some of us, the threat is more theoretical. Part of our mind is looking down the line at how this can eventually be personally threatening. So allowing yourself to be compassionate with that part of you that is feeling a need to feel that upset. Take a deep breath. Let it go. And let's do some tapping. Even though I can't feel peace right now, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I can't feel peace right now, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though I can't feel peace right now, I shouldn't feel peace right now. With things that are going on in the world, it would be stupid to feel peace right now. And even though I can't feel peace right now, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might contribute to this. Because I choose to allow myself that much freedom. I can't feel peace right now. I shouldn't feel peace right now. I should feel fear. This fear is necessary. In fact, it's smart, according to part of me. With everything that's going on in the world, maybe even stuff going on in my own home, it would be crazy to feel peace right now. Part of me says, I need to get really upset. And I'm not sure what that's going to do. If there are things in my life that are not going well, but I can take action to fix them, maybe part of me is saying, if I feel disturbed enough, that will motivate me to take action. And until I feel upset, I'm just not going to bother. All this old programming that tells me I need to get upset enough before I'll take action. And I choose to clear that. That just means I have some resistance. The actions that I can take to make things better might somehow seem threatening to me. And until the threat of not taking action is greater than the threat of taking action, I'm just going to sit here and be upset. And that doesn't serve me. I'd rather clear the resistance to taking action. And with some of the things going on in the world, there may not be a lot I can personally do. And that makes me upset. I hate feeling helpless. I hate feeling powerless. And it makes me feel even more afraid. And I love and appreciate those parts of me that are holding on to all this discomfort, believing that it's necessary to keep myself safe. And I'm allowing myself to process that. Because it's not really helping. I cannot be upset enough to make things better. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Hate cannot drive out hate. So I'm clearing all that stuff. All these misunderstandings that insist I need to be upset. It's not that I'm wrong for being upset. I love and appreciate that part of me that says it is my duty as a compassionate human being to feel other people's pain, to be angry on their behalf. But that's not peace. And I cannot deny peace inside myself and hope that that will create peace outside of me. So I choose to clear what doesn't feel like peace. I choose to clear what doesn't feel like peace. And as I clear what doesn't feel like peace, and I get out of fear mode, funny thing happens. I'm able to function more from my prefrontal cortex. Easy for you to say. Obviously not. When I'm feeling more peaceful, I can think more clearly. And I can come up with better solutions. And I might think of ways that I can help. I can think of better ways to help. And at the very least, if there's nothing I can do about a particular situation, at least I can feel more peace and add that to the collective whole. Everything is energy. We're all connected. So whatever doesn't feel like peace that I release, I'm releasing from the collective whole. I choose to feel good about that. Here's what I'm doing about the situation. I'm sending peace. And if I can't do something about a particular situation, there's probably some other place where I can do good. Some other place where I can make a difference. Because there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be going on right now. A lot of service to be provided in a lot of different areas. So as I clear what doesn't feel like peace, I have greater bandwidth to do more good wherever I can, in whatever way I can. I choose to have the freedom to share my unique gifts and talents, to make the world a better and more loving place. And that's hard to do with a lot of this crap that's in there. So I'm giving myself permission to clear what doesn't feel like peace. And part of me might say that's wrong. How can I feel peace when other stuff is going on? So I'm asking myself the question, how does my lack of peace really help anyone? If I'm looking at struggles in the world, how can I not do my part by feeling more peace? Not to shame myself when I'm not feeling peace. It's a totally human response. I'm clearing this belief that it's the correct response. Clearing the belief that it's the only appropriate response. Clearing this belief that I should be upset. Because my upset doesn't help people. So why should that be the thing that I should do? Feeling peace doesn't mean that I don't care. I'm clearing any belief around that. Feeling peace means that I care so much that I want to send more peace. I want to do as much good as I can. So I'm allowing myself to process these fears. Allowing myself to feel more peace doesn't mean that I'll be stupid. It doesn't mean that I won't do what I need to do to keep myself safe. I'm allowing myself to do whatever I need to do. And I'm allowing myself to feel as much peace as possible. Clearing what doesn't feel like peace, so that I cultivate more peace inside, so that I can send more peace outside. And I choose to love myself in the process. Inviting body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, and just feel what's going on in there, and rate that that level of discomfort again on a scale of 0 to 10. Hopefully that number has come down. Scan through some of the comments here. It's so exciting to see folks from all over the world. You know, we're all connected. It's awesome that through this technology that we're able to connect in this way. And you know, wow, people from all over the place. And you can see I'm still tapping, and feel free to keep tapping even while I'm reading through this. Just take this whole hour to keep clearing stuff. Just clear that stuff out. You know, and again, it doesn't clear out your intelligence. It's not like, oh, now I've tapped all that stuff away and I'm so peaceful that I won't pay attention to any threats. We don't tap away common sense. We actually tap into more common sense. We tap into more clear thinking. All right, numbers are coming down, feeling much better. Good. I love you guys too. That's why I'm here. It's like, you know, what can I do? Well, I can tap, and I can bring folks together to tap. And, you know, and it's really looking at where you can make a difference. So let me show you something that I, years ago, long before I got into tapping, actually before I got into personal development, before I became a hypnotherapist, I created this. Imagine what the world would be like if everybody were truly mad and making a difference. Pretty cool, huh? And each of us has a way of making a positive difference in the world. The amazing Jane Goodall said, well, everybody makes a difference. You just have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. And as you tap away that stuff that holds us down, that heaviness, that upset, that stuff actually limits our ability to make a difference. Now, sometimes, obviously, it can be the stimulus, the motivation to go out and do something and make a difference and figure out what we want to do. But then in the process of doing it, we want to have as much freedom. We want to be as clear thinking as possible. We want that freedom. So that's actually going to be the theme of my next challenge. I know a lot of you have probably tapped with me in my 5-day challenges I did in October or September last year, and then in March of last year, and I'll be doing March 21st through 25th. So that'll be again a free 5-day challenge every day on Facebook, and I'll talk more about that in my newsletter and post things on YouTube. But it's going to be about being mad. Don't be angry. Be mad. Making a difference. Be as mad as possible. Be stark raving mad. And so, clearing that stuff out. Awesome. All right, so let's close your eyes, take a deep breath. comments that people, things, what people are doing. Awesome. Awesome. So with your eyes closed, so I'll just jump into this subject right now. With your eyes closed, say, I'm mad. I'm making a difference. Let that rattle around inside and notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that is. And please do not judge yourself harshly if you say, wow, it's not a very high number. This is not, you should feel bad if it's not a 10. This is not a shaming exercise. It's simply a matter of asking yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, how mad am I? How much am I making a difference? And then asking yourself what stops you, because it is not that you are bad or stupid. It is not that you are weak or lazy, that you're not being madder. It's that there's stuff holding you back. And it may, and a lot of it is the fear and the anger. And then things happen in the world that trigger that. In fact, those things happen in the world are caused by that. You know, if everybody were happy and healthy, these things wouldn't happen. So what we want to do is, you know, so one of the ways that you can make a difference right now, I mean, literally, continuing to clear out what doesn't feel like peace is making a difference. Being here right now, watching this, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching the replay, you are making a difference by allowing yourself to feel more peace so that you share more peace. So just allowing yourself to be aware of where you're at. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. I choose to be even more mad. And I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to be even more mad. And I choose to love and honor myself. I choose to be even more mad, making a bigger difference, making a more positive difference. And I'm not wrong or bad or stupid for not doing more. I just have stuff holding me back. I choose to be even madder. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anybody else. And maybe everybody else. Because then I'll feel even more compelled to be mad. I choose to make an even bigger difference. And I'm clearing what gets in the way. I'm releasing the fears that stop me. Chances are, I have a number of ideas about how I could be making a more positive difference for myself as well as others. And the truth is, when I am making a positive difference for myself, one that is truly positive, that naturally makes a positive difference for others. I'm allowing myself to know that. So from time to time, I probably have these ideas about how I could make a more positive difference. And then stuff stops me. Part of me says, oh, we couldn't do that. That would be dangerous. People might judge me. And the positive difference that I could make wouldn't be worth it. Maybe I'm afraid I'm not worthy of it. Maybe part of me says, who do you think you are? You can't really make a difference. And that's nonsense. I already make a difference, even if I'm not aware of it. And chances are, there might be a part of me that stops me from being aware of the difference that I make. I may be afraid of the difference that I can make. And so I play small. And as Marianne Williamson said, your playing small doesn't serve the world. All these reasons why I can't be more mad. All these reasons why I can't make a bigger difference. All this stuff going on. And all the ways that I stop myself. All the anger that stops me. Part of me might say, I'd like to make a bigger difference, but I'm way too pissed off right now. And I should be pissed off because of things that people are doing and things that people are saying. It is my duty to be pissed off, even if it doesn't help. Part of me is basically saying, people are doing terrible things in the world. I'll show them. I'm going to sit here and be really pissed off because that's what I should do. And I'm not wrong or bad or stupid for doing that because I've been taught to do that. That was misinformation. Hate cannot drive out hate. Anger cannot drive out anger. So I'm giving myself permission to acknowledge the anger that I feel and then transcend it. Because the world needs more peace. The problems we have right now are because of so many people who are angry. I absolutely honor my feelings. I'm not wrong for feeling angry. But I can't stay there if I want to make a bigger difference. I'm releasing what doesn't feel like peace. I'm releasing what doesn't feel like love. Because when I go out in the world to make a difference, I'm going to be using whatever I've got inside. If what I've got is rage, what kind of difference am I going to be making? It's going to be destructive. And destructiveness is one of the things that I'm pissed off about. So I'm allowing myself to heal. Absolutely loving myself where I'm at. Acknowledging and honoring all of my feelings. Acknowledging that those feelings are justified. And I still want to be free. I absolutely have a right to be upset. I also have a right to feel peace. And in terms of making a positive difference in the world, peace is going to help me a whole lot more. And I may have old programming telling me, if I feel peace, I won't be motivated. Oh, there's all this crap going on in the world. No big deal, because I feel fine. I am clearing that nonsense. The more love and peace that I feel, the more I want that for everyone. Because we are all connected. The more I love myself, the more love I feel for others. And the more I want to share my gifts and talents with them. The more I want to make a positive difference. And the better the difference that I can make. Honoring my feelings, and I'm processing them. Anger is like a fire alarm. It's like the smoke detector in my house. It goes off to let me know there's something that needs to be fixed. But now that I know that there's something I need to work on, I don't need to stay in that anger. I love and appreciate my body for letting me know there's something wrong. And now I choose to do whatever I can do to make a more positive difference. And the more peace I feel, the more positive the difference that I can make. So I'm continuing to clear what doesn't feel like peace. Clearing all the fear that's in there. All the fear that stops me from taking action. And again, if I clear that fear, that doesn't mean I'm going to become stupid. I'm just giving myself the freedom to take action. to have the most positive outcome possible. And I'm allowing myself to know that I'm doing that right now. As I clear out what doesn't feel like peace right now, I am making a positive difference in the world. And I choose to love and appreciate myself for that. Because the more I love myself for that, the more love I have to share with the world. And that's a good thing. Honoring my feelings as they happen. And allowing myself to process them so that I can keep coming back to a place of peace. So that I can keep making a more positive difference. Allowing myself to be mad instead of angry. Sending more and more love in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. My goodness, a lot of people typing instead of tapping. I appreciate all the comments, but please do take the opportunity to be tapping and clearing stuff out. And then you can get on and type in the comments. But may take advantage of this opportunity to be tapping as much as possible right now, so that you keep clearing out whatever doesn't feel like love, whatever doesn't feel like peace, so that you can make a more positive difference in the world. Yeah. If we're sticking in that place of anger and upset, then that limits our ability to create something more beautiful in the world. Forgiveness is never a mistake. Thank you, Victoria. I know I saw someone else was asking about that. And forgiveness, a lot of people get confused about forgiveness, thinking that it means saying that what someone did was okay. And forgiveness just means I don't want to be stuck in pain. It's releasing. Forgiveness is a gift that we give ourselves. It's releasing ourselves from that pain, because then we have more peace and more freedom to share peace. So that's what we want to do a whole lot more of. Yeah, imagining peace. We're gonna do a guided imagery. If you've ever been on a live presentation with me before, or that I generally do a guided imagery at the end, and we'll do one about imagining peace around the world. In just a moment. Let's quickly see. There are. So we basically have two modes: anger or complacency. That's what some people seem to believe. We may have a lot of programming about that. We may have a lot of things that people have taught us about that. It's like, if you're not upset, you're not going to do anything. You need to be angry to be motivated. So please keep tapping when we talk here. Rather than a formal tapping round, I'm just going to share my thoughts about this. It's because we have resistance. So if we think of something that we could do, it's like, oh, I could go out there and I could write a peace song, and but I've got to really be upset about what's going on in the world in order to motivate me, because I'm afraid that people will be critical. People will say, that's not a good song. I'm afraid of being seen. So until I really feel motivated by the upset, I'm not going to do it. The only reason that we are complacent is because we have resistance. If we felt no fear, we would naturally be doing good things in the world. We would be naturally doing good things for ourselves and for others, because to me, that's what's in there. We are naturally drawn to be of service to ourselves and to the world, and to make it a better place. If it weren't for all the excess marble on the outside, all the fear and the anger. If we had no fear, we wouldn't be complacent. It's also true that if we had no fear, we wouldn't be angry either. So that's why we're always clearing out fear. It's acknowledging what is necessary in order to take care of ourselves. It's not like, oh, if I clear away all fear, then I'm just going to go walking into traffic without looking both ways. No. But also know that when you cross the street, you look both ways, and you don't need fear to cause you to do that. You don't stand on the street corner and go, all right, I got to work myself into a panic to make sure that I look both ways and don't get hit. Most of us cross the street without fear because we know how to protect ourselves. We know, we have common sense. So continuing to clear out what doesn't feel like peace and what doesn't feel like love, we will naturally be in a more loving place, and we will want to treat others with more love, and we will want to share the gifts and talents that we have to make the world a better place and to make our lives better. So yeah, so that old idea of anger or complacency, or I've got to get really worked up to take action. You don't have to get worked up to take action if you don't have any resistance. Even though I have resistance, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have resistance to taking action, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I have resistance to taking action, because I'm afraid of the consequences. And I'm not going to take action until the pain of not taking action is too intense. When I get good and mad, mad is making a difference. When I get good and angry, then I'll push past my fears and take action. And even though I have all this resistance, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might contribute to this. All this resistance to taking action, all this fear of taking action, all this stuff that stops me. And I have all this old programming that says I can stop myself from taking action until the consequences of not taking action are too intense. Maybe I learned this as a kid. My mom wanted me to clean my room. And it wasn't fun to clean my room. So I just got complacent about it until mom got really angry. And then when the fear was intense enough, then I took action. And I'm choosing to tap rather than type right now. I'm loving all the comments, but I want you to get maximum benefit from this time together. I'm clearing this resistance. I'm clearing all this resistance to taking action. And all of this resistance, it's one of those things that doesn't feel like peace. And I'm here to clear what doesn't feel like peace so that I can cultivate peace in the world. As the old saying goes, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Sometimes I sit here and say, I can feel more peace when other people are being more peaceful. Doesn't work that way. The world will be more peaceful when more people are choosing to feel peace. I can't wait for someone else to do it first. I choose to be the change I wish to see in the world. And that won't make me complacent. I'll actually have even more energy, more willingness, and more commitment to making a difference. I choose to be excited about the idea of world peace. So of course I'm going to do what I can to make it happen. I am loving making a difference. Why on earth would I be complacent? Except for that resistance. So I'm clearing that out. Clearing that resistance at a cellular level. Clearing it from every fiber of my being. Clearing it all the way back through my past. Back through all the events in my life. And all the messages I got in my life that block peace inside of me. And I love and appreciate myself for doing the best I could with all of the unfortunate programming I might have gotten, with all the misunderstandings that were passed on to me, and all the misunderstandings I came up with when I didn't know any better. And I'm giving myself permission to be even more free now. Free to feel more peace. Free to take the actions that I can take. To make things better for myself and the world at large. As I clear this resistance, I give myself the freedom to come up with more ideas. The ways to create world peace are out there. I'm allowing myself to be open to them. Clearing my resistance to having those ideas. Clearing my resistance to taking action on them. Clearing what stops me from making a positive difference. Setting myself free to spread even more peace. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. And let it go. Just Just close your eyes, take a deep breath. Just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Just feeling what goes on in there. Allow yourself to check how much peace you're feeling now. And now let's just slip into a guided imagery. So go ahead and take a really big, deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Another big, deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. A third big, deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, you breathe in positive light, healing light, allowing it to flow through all of your body. Your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing away everything that doesn't feel like peace. Washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love that you truly are. Allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. Healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing. And allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards: 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Now, each and every time you hear me say the words deep sleep, with your permission and only with your permission, you allow yourself to return to this depth or even deeper, quickly, soundly, deeply. And the physical body relaxes. And with that relaxation comes a wonderful sense of calm well-being of body and mind. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, just go ahead and imagine yourself in some beautiful place. Allow yourself to be in some place where you see the best of what creation has to offer. beauty, magnificence, abundance. Giving yourself permission in this moment to allow yourself to see yourself in some really beautiful place, some place where you find it easy to feel peace. Just allowing yourself to feel as much peace as possible. Imagine a loving, healing, peaceful light inside your body. Maybe it's in your heart or in your gut, somewhere inside. And with each breath you take in, that oxygen feeds that light and that light expands. This divine light, this peaceful light. Knowing that darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. So allowing yourself with each breath to let that light grow inside you, expanding till it fills your torso. Imagine that light flowing down through your legs, through your feet into the earth, up into your shoulders, out through your arms and out through your fingertips, up through your neck and filling your head. And still, with each breath you take, that light expands till it's radiating out from you. And in this beautiful place that you imagine yourself, imagine there's other people there. And as you keep radiating that light, you're shining that light out to them, and imagine it lighting them up too. It's like that idea about how a candle can light another candle without diminishing its own flame. Likewise, allowing yourself to radiate that light outwards and seeing it light up other people. And they grow brighter, and their light radiates out to others. And for a moment, just allow yourself to float up out of your body. And rise up so you can look down and see yourself glowing brightly with this peaceful, loving light and radiating it out to other people and seeing other people lighting up and seeing it spread. And allowing yourself to float up even more so that you can see it spreading across your town, across a much larger area, your county, your state, your country. And just imagine this light growing and spreading around the world, spreading this peaceful, loving light. Just imagine the whole world lit up with this loving, peaceful light. And it started with you. Allowing yourself to be that light, that candle that lights other candles and brings more light into the world. Because it's that light that dispels the darkness. You might even imagine yourself even floating out into space and just seeing the earth just shining so brightly from all of this loving, peaceful light that's radiating from all these people. Allow that to feel really good. So good that you just naturally feel motivated to make the difference that you can make, to create this. And allowing yourself to feel good about the fact that right now you are doing so. Right now, just imagining yourself radiating light and spreading this peace and love. As you allow yourself to feel that good feeling, because everything is energy and we are all connected, you are naturally contributing loving, peaceful light to the collective whole. Allow yourself to feel good about that. And that contributes to you feeling even more loving and even more peaceful. And allow that to grow even more as we go even deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. Much more peaceful, much more loving, much more excited about making the positive difference that you can make in the world. much more committed to being mad, being as mad as possible in the really good sense. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well for the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day, again, powerfully moving forward into that ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. Now go back down to zero, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. And welcome back. And thank you so much for joining me for this. Thank you so much for taking the time to clear out what isn't peace so that you are adding to the collective peace on earth. You are making a difference right now. I hope that you feel that this has made a difference for you. If so, please share it with others to help me make a bigger difference by being able to share this work with more people. And if you felt the tapping made a difference for you and it's going to make a difference for someone else, then you sharing that with them is making a difference. So I hope you allow yourself to feel good about that. And yeah, thank you guys so much. You are awesome. I love you guys so much. Appreciate you being here, whether you're here live or just watching the replay. And please keep clearing what isn't peace so that peace is all you have to share with the world. Thank you. Take care and go out and make the difference that only you can make.